What is up, YouTubers? This is your boy, Mr. Muffle, back here in another video live upstairs in my house. Figured I'd do a quick little video. Why not? Something to do, I guess. So I was thinking, did my video when I recorded my video yesterday and all that stuff I talked about, what, DC and all that. I'm not gonna go into that again, but it made sense. You had to speak the truth a little bit. Now when I brought up the Goblin and all that stuff, and all these characters that are basically try to be in the Marvel movies eventually, or Spider-Man or whatever, it makes sense because you don't want to do a movie where you have nobody at all in the fucking movie, and then you're like, what the fuck, there's no villains, there's no nothing. Yeah, no, it's not a movie. You want actual characters in it, in a, next Spider-Man Homecoming movie, or maybe Avengers, I don't know, but I mean, there's a lot of questions with that at the moment, because I know they're working on Spider-Man Homecoming 2 and all that, which is fine. But they don't have any villains yet. I mean, they probably will introduce some kind of villain. They might use somebody in a, I think not Killer Croc. Some kind of crocodile actually they used in Spider-Man. I forget which one. It wasn't Killer Croc though. I don't know if they use that for that, but no, some kind of crocodile. No, the lizard. Yeah, sorry, the lizard. Giant lizard dude. I forgot about that. They can use him. Doc Ock. Maybe use the Goblin. I think if they use Goblin again, I think that'd be a huge hit. I mean, that and Venom, because I know Venom and Spider have a bit of a rivalry, I guess. I mean, they use in the second or third one of Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, actually. I think it was the third one they used of that as well. That was pretty good. I mean, they do change up the Spider-Man a lot, from Garfield, from Maguire. I mean, Maguire pretty much started the series. I figured they continue using him for the next 4 or 5 movies, but I guess they took him out and want to do other things. But I mean, using Andrew Garfield was pretty good, and that wasn't bad. And then Tom Holland now, and I think he's pretty much gonna be the Spider-Man now, because it kind of makes sense. If you switch that out, then it's just like, okay, what the fuck are we doing with this new Spider-Man? It's gonna be good. It's gonna be bad. I mean, who knows? Spider-Man's got all his friends and all that stuff. I'm gonna get introduced to that. I mean, I know Iron Fist was one of them. I mean, you gotta introduce all these major characters now, because, that's something they should do. I mean, they haven't introduced anybody from the Daredevil, from, Luke Cage, or from Jessica Jones yet into that picture. I mean, they should start doing it, because Luke Cage is part of that. Same thing with, Iron Fist as well. And not so much about Jessica Jones, I mean, I don't think really, but, I mean, you never know. Daredevil, I would say definitely. But, you don't see him a lot in the, Avengers universe at all, or really anything basically of that. They leave Daredevil alone. Daredevil does his own thing, and, keeps himself, which is nice. But I think you just use him into the, like I said, to the Marvel universe now. It makes sense. I mean, why not? I mean, if they put Daredevil in the Marvel universe of maybe like Avengers or something, or something else, I mean, I think it would be nice to see it. I mean, I don't know how fans would react to that. I mean, having a Daredevil in like the Marvel universe, maybe with Spider-Man, or maybe the Avengers. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I'll take that. I mean, you still gotta have Cloak and Dagger. You gotta have all that. I mean, I haven't even watched the Cloak and Dagger series yet. Still working on that. I haven't even seen Deadpool yet, so I gotta see that as well. Or just buy the DVD when it comes out. So, like I said, the Marvel Universe has got a lot of good stuff at this point. They're heading in the good direction, something with DC, and I think the way they're going now with everything they're doing at this point with Marvel and everything, I think it's going pretty well. It's going to be a huge hit with everything, and, once they start introducing, more characters, maybe like a Luke Cage, maybe, and all that, like I said, in Iron Fist, I mean, that'd probably be more of a Spider-Man thing. I can see that being more of that, maybe with something with the Avengers, maybe kind of. I mean, Who knows? But I could probably see it more with, with Spider-Man and his group and his friends, because that's more of Spider-Man's kind of thing in his group and his kind of people, so they would stick with that mostly. Daredevil, I don't really know how he'd be included in anything. I mean, maybe with Spider-Man, I would assume, or maybe with the Avengers. I know Deadpool's, back and forth with X-Men and all that. Maybe he'll be like an Avenger. I don't know, but you never know. I mean, I think Marvel's got all these ideas and all these things now that they're working on. Like I said, they're working on Avengers 4 now, and get things together. And like I said, they do another Doctor Strange sequel and make another one of those. And like I said yesterday, so I mean, I can see it. Okay, doing what Marvel does now, and they got a good head on, and they got it down. So I'm not really worried about it. Too much. There's a lot of characters are introduced, and we'll get into as well. I know I talked about a while back the Wolverine situation where Reynolds is trying to get Jackman to do it again and all that. I mean, I truly think that would be a pretty cool thing to see. I know Wolverine fought like Hulk in the cartoons and all that, and to see that in a movie would be sick as hell. It'd be awesome to see it. It depends what they want to do with that. I mean, I know X-Men's probably do another movie or whatever, and they hopefully introduce another Wolverine or somebody. They have to figure that out yet. But I mean, like I said, if Jackman did do it again for Deadpool and introduce into that universe of Marvel, I think that'd be a really good movie. I'm not like I said, I know they introduced him in the cartoons and all that stuff, and they got him, or whatever now. But to see that introduced into like the Marvel universe and Spider-Man and all that, I think that'd be pretty cool to see that in a battle with Hulk and him, maybe, or whatever. Like I said, there's all these awesome ideas and all these considerations. If Jackman does do it again, I think that'd be a huge hit and a very good success for the last time. I mean, putting the clothes on one more time and just doing that, then possibly passing that to his daughter that was in the Logan movie. Maybe they use her. I mean, who knows? Like I said, there's a lot of Wolverines out there from different universes and all that, and I was watching a YouTube thing about it and talk about all these different Logans and Wolverines and all this and all these different things they can introduce to it as well, and like I said, if they ever do, I think they will do Avengers X. That'd probably make more sense, but they will be introduced to that eventually, and I truly think that would probably be the sickest movie ever. Like I said, I know talking about Avengers 4, they said that's going to be a really good movie, and might bring more into what's going on with everything now, and how Thanos affected everything at this point. So like I said, this one you gotta figure out, okay, you gotta see what happens next. You got the Captain Marvel movie coming out within time. I think next year. I think next year. And that'd be another really good storyline to continue with that, because, like I said, at the end, pages are and all that, so that might be something that they will look into. And they have. I mean, from my perspective, I think that that's a good way to start it, because that brings a new character. Maybe there'll be more to come after that. Maybe it'll be like something else, or I mean, who knows? I mean, there's a lot of different characters more to come, and Marvel's got a lot of them. But I mean, like I said, there's so many different movies to come up with now, and you got so many really good ideas that's introduced that now. Because it would make more sense to slowly get into it and not give too much away, because I don't know what Marvel has planned at this point, with what's going on. But again, I think with that now, it makes sense, because, like I said, Marvel Universe is getting bigger and bigger. Same thing with DC. You want to start to do more bigger and better characters now, within time. Just slowly get into it. Don't bring too much out. Don't link a lot of things. Don't link a lot of videos and all that, because that's going to give away a lot of information, because we won't have anything. You don't want to do that at this point, because it would kind of fuck everything up for, people who want to be interested in this. And if that comes out, then you're screwed, because that's just like a buzzkill for everything. You don't want to do that. You want to keep things secret as much as you can now, and then once things start coming out a little bit, one little piece by piece by piece, it makes more sense now. In my general opinion about it, I think generally, waiting for all the reveals of certain other characters, maybe the time within, it makes sense. I wouldn't want to push it now, because you would pretty much be killing that part of the universe of Marvel and then just completely destroying it, And I don't want to see that. I want to see a decent, evolution of Marvel coming together, and not having that shit go to complete crap, because most likely it will. And the way the Marvel Universe works now, there's so many big hits and so many different concepts to it. We don't want anything to come out that they don't want to have out on the internet, because that would just completely, destroy it. You don't want a top secret character or whatever to come out and then like, oh shit, somebody got it. There you go. Now you want to not introduce too much now, because if you do, that's going to be a problem, because people are going to figure out things quickly than they really need to, and you want to hold off on that. And in my opinion, I think that's something they should do, because I know the Russo brothers got some good ideas. I know they have it coming out now, but what they're working with at this point, I'm happy with that. But I mean, still, you want to keep certain things a secret. You want to keep that together. Let's not ruin a lot of things now, because it would just be complete, absolute buzzkill to the fans, because it's dark going downstairs. But again, if anything like that comes out in that particular time, then it's all gonna go to shit, because now that it just killed it completely, because you don't want to see somebody link something they don't want out of that particular movie or something. Then it's like, okay, this is over with. But no, it has to continue in a good way, and it will. And I can see it. I really can see something like that coming out by accident, and it's just destroyed everything. But in my general opinion, I think they should just, do what they're gonna do now, get everything together, and then they'll be set. Because I think whatever Marvel's got planned now, next, or whatever, I think they got it done. I think they got it down pat. I'm not lying about that. I think they got what they need, and they're gonna be set for life. So same thing with DC. They got their things rolling. And get into what they gotta get into at this point. Can't say too much about it. I truly wouldn't. Like I said, the fan, and I think people love this stuff, and it's something that entertains us and surprises, time within, and I can see it. I really do. Like I said, with what they're doing now and how things are rolling, and what they can come up with now with everything, it's amazing. It really is. So it really is. In my opinion, a lot to consider, a lot to talk about, and there's a lot to say. But it's only because you can only say so much about what we as fans need to know, and what we have to see, and what's to come. I mean, how? You never know what's not gonna surprises Marvel's got for us, or what DC has. Nobody knows, but you'd be surprised by it. You really will. So again, end my video here. This is Mr. Marvel. Peace out. Until next time. Peace.